And welcome back to The Average White Guys. My name's Alex Haynes, one of the owners of A Squared, helping you turn those likes into dollar bills. Because we do marketing and consulting and all those fun things that I love to do. But more important than how I make my money. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The one, the only, the Grand Pumbaa himself, the man who was blessed by 1,000 gods. And they all withered because they gave him all his power. That's right, the one, the only, just Justin Scout.
Hey, everybody, this is Justin with LW Properties, Community Real Estate Services. Thank you for joining us. You think most people know what Grand Pumbaa is based off of?
No, I don't actually think I know. That's probably a whole other conversation.
Isn't that the Flintstones?
Is it?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
All right. And we got our...
Okay, I'm going to have to look that up now. Yeah. You know what? This is a great time to say, hey, if you know that, leave a comment. Because, we'd love that. Also, hit that like button.
You're supposed to say that toward the end.
Yeah, if you get it out now and say it again like 3 or 4 times, it might actually do it.
All right.
Speaking of fun things that we're supposed to talk about now, what are we talking about today?
It's a broad subject, but it's food. Everybody loves food, right?
Everyone, well, not everyone loves food.
Okay.
There are people who have...
Okay, 98% of the world loves food. And
most of us love food. I mean, there's like literally entire holidays built around food. Like Thanksgiving for us, but in other cultures, like you have a week of fasting and then eating, or like Ramadan, or like I think there's a Indian celebration as well. They celebrate. It's like a week-long feast. I think Jewish cultures have it as well. Like almost every culture has something where food plays a huge part of a celebration. And I mean, we all love Mama's cooking.
Yeah,
right. So no one can cook better than Mama. At least we don't tell her that.
Even your wife can't, right? No?
Maybe don't bring that up.
So just some of the things were on top of mind for me is, I do the workouts we talk about in this.
Right? What? Just this to me. Never talked about you being healthy and working out and making me miserable.
And he says that because we had a good one tonight. But one of the things that I just like to bring up is I don't think people talk about it enough is just the healthiness, unhealthiness of certain things.
So we should start with the disclaimer.
Yes.
Healthy is such a unique word to throw in with food because everybody's different. And the idea of health is so trotted out to sell you on something. And sometimes that's not even the truth.
Yes.
As we found out. And I think the world's finding out with some of this new actual health movement where, protein. It's about getting the right things, the building blocks, protein, and getting rid of bad sugars and getting rid of the bad carbs and like eating well, like real food, not over constructed.
Yeah. And it's one of those
certain things that taste delicious.
I don't ever get into a lot of subjects with people about how, diets and what you're supposed to do because I don't study it enough. I know it for my body.
You don't know macros and like...
No, I suck with macros and micros.
Is there a micro thing? Is it just macros?
No, And so it's all important. And those who actually learn it, I mean, it's a interesting...
Oh, yeah. I've seen some of those guys on YouTube and I walk away going, I can't eat anything ever again because it all will kill me. It will give me cancer or microplastic.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm 90% plastic.
Oh, okay. So one of the basic things I wanted to talk about, though, is protein. And like you said, you can go to Starbucks now and you can get a protein drink. So it's kind of ridiculous what they are doing with protein in one aspect of it.
Sure.
But if you think about it, how much protein we're supposed to get, just your average person that just wakes up, goes to work, comes back, maybe watches TV.
Goes to work, sitting at a desk or like at a desk. Okay, so your normal white collar white guy.
Yes.
Okay, just saying it.
Woman, man, though, doesn't make a difference if you just go to a job where you're sitting most of the day, even maybe a little bit of standing here and there. You should be getting in at least 50% of your body weight.
Okay.
And a lot of people, they don't even get the minimum.
For some of us.
It is.
Okay.
But you don't get in even the minimum amount of protein that you're supposed to get. And then you have a job where you actually do physical work or something, then you're supposed to be getting in more protein. This is just for...
I'm going to say some numbers, which I'm sure are wrong. And get a lot of internet hate. But let's assume the average American...
Let's do easy. We're not going with average. Let's go with easy math. 200 pounds.
200 pounds. So that's 100 grams of protein?
Yes.
It's grams we need, right?
Yes. And most, I think on average, what I've done the research on, maybe get in about 30 to 40
a day
of protein.
That's not even half.
No.
Okay. So let's talk about, I think for some of us, when I think like 100 grams, that can't be that much, right? Now,
one egg is about 5 grams.
Okay, this is where things are getting really interesting. So I need to admit something to our people. I know some of this because I currently track it. You and I have talked about some of these health journeys. I am very cognizant, but I'm going to play devil's advocate, pretend I don't know any of
And
this.
again, I'm not a nutritionist, so don't.
No, we're going to talk about some of this because I was surprised as I researched what really has more protein versus not. And so one of the things, and I hate this, I hate what I'm about to say, but I was raised to believe that the most amount of protein you can get was from steak because it was red meat and red meat has more blood and that equals more protein. And that is actually false.
I think shrimp is the most protein packed.
I've heard chicken, shrimp, fish, like those are some of the highest proteins you could possibly get.
Yeah.
As well as, God help me, I'm going to say this, but beans, vegans actually have some really, really high packed protein.
Legumes.
Legumes are huge.
Yep.
I'm sure there's some other things.
Well, and there's so much, that's where you need nutritionists if you really want to look into the health, because it's not only the protein in that, it's the fiber. And the fiber helps process how you do it. And it's not just what you've heard over the years with why you want to have dates and those type of things for helping with the bowel movements, which is important. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. You don't like your constipated.
No, you don't. But on the other hand, it actually helps with the processing of it, which is very important. I think people leave that out. Yeah. And that's why they actually even say your greens are so important. And protein for the legumes are important too, because it has so much fiber and then it helps the actual processing. And not just the processing of flushing it, it's the processing of how it actually works. It takes the protein and uses it. And so those are some of the important things. And one of the things to look for now is that's why actually fiber is so important on the actual packages that you read.
Yeah. I mean, you brought up a good point. The packages you eat, which brings me to something I hate so much is it's just so easy to go to the store, pick up that thing, throw it in the microwave and eat it, or throw it in the oven and you're just done. But packaged meals has a lot of hidden ingredients.
A lot of them do.
Yeah, some to find out. So there was something I thought was really good. I had a doctor challenge me, go, well, how do you know they didn't add extra stuff to it? Well, of course they wouldn't because it didn't say on the package. Are you sure they had to put it on the package? Well, don't they? No, they don't.
But there is a really good, easy rule of thumb. Oh, yes. Sometimes they're just not going to put something on there because it's so minute that they don't actually have to put it in there. Yeah. So we'll get back to that with one other product we talked about earlier. But that being said, the easiest rule of thumb when it comes to food and looking at the packages, if you see all natural ingredients on the back, anything that you can actually read and understand what it is.
Real words. Not 18 syllables and there's like numbers in that.
So I've heard bodybuilders over the years before they started coming out with some of the newer styles of ketchup. They wouldn't even use ketchup because of how much sugar is in ketchup. And you'd be surprised because, I mean, just tomatoes alone and things like that has its natural sugars. So you're always going to get that.
Yeah. When I was doing hardcore keto, like I loved tomatoes, but like, oh man, you had to be careful. It was a lot of sugar, natural sugar, but it was a lot of sugar.
Yeah. But then your Heinz ketchup, everybody loves Heinz 57, right? It is good.
There's a reason it's 57.
But there is so much sugar that's in there. Okay. Now, one that I've found is called like True Made, I think is what it's called. And if you look on the back, it's just got carrots and onions and tomatoes. Mm-hmm. And I think there's one other vegetable in it, like some kind of potato. Sweet potatoes. That's where I was going. I couldn't think of the word. So 4 natural ingredients that make up the ketchup, and it tastes great. Mm. And so there's those type of things where if you're starting to look at the packages, even for frozen foods. Yeah, frozen foods it depends on the brand you get, but just look for all the stuff on the back. And if there's things you can't pronounce, stay away from it.
Yeah, I totally agree. But no, so let's go back to this protein thing. So you said we need let's say you're 200 pounds, you need half your weight, so 100 grams of protein. And I said, well, it can't be that hard. And you're like, well, one egg with yolk, full egg, not egg whites. Yeah. It's like 5 whole grams. Yeah. So if you're eating 3 eggs and like a sausage patty, you're only maybe getting 25 grams of protein in you. Yes.
which fills you up a lot.
Oh, that's a lot of food for some of us, right?
But see, that's where it comes into it. Now, I don't do it because I've learned how to manage what I like and the proteins that I'm getting in. I do extra protein drinks, things like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps me get in the proteins.
Yeah.
But let's just say you don't want a protein drinks, you can't afford them. Egg whites are your perfect thing. And now here's the reason why egg whites are so popular in the fitness community.
Mm-hmm.
Because eggs are great for you. There's nothing wrong with them, but they have extra calories.
Yeah.
And so if you are on a diet, you're trying to watch your calories.
Yeah.
You don't need the extra calories.
Yeah.
Not only that, though, egg whites has more protein per grams than the actual egg does.
Yeah.
And then you're actually getting in more protein because the yolk is not in there.
So I did egg whites for a while because I was worried about like the fat content. Like I was trying to be really healthy. I got the egg whites, I think from Costco, like the little glass containers. And then I did some research and added natural yeast, which was a big one because that adds a bunch of extra vitamins and stuff that's really healthy for you that gives the flavor. A touch of...
That's the stuff that tastes like cheese, right?
Yeah, tastes like cheese. So that, a little turmeric for color. And then I added, it's pink, but they call it black salt or something like that. It's not black salt. What's that called?
Himalayan?
Yeah, it's basically Himalayan salt, but it's very, very salty. Literally just a pinch, and like a cup of egg whites, and they tasted exactly like normal scrambled eggs. I got it down to a science.
Yeah.
Looked like, tasted like, and it was way healthier. Extra vitamins, extra stuff because I got yeast with extra like
nutritional yeast is what it's called.
Yeah. So they added some extra stuff, which basically gave me a bunch of extra vitamins I wouldn't have added.
Micros.
Yeah, really, really good for me. And I was eating that, and like I think my blood work came back amazing that one. And it was really yummy, very filling, and I didn't feel like I was missing out at all. Until I had a real egg again and had the yolk, and I was like, oh, that's right. This is delicious.
Yes. I love my egg yolks.
So, but no.
But then there's other things you need to look for. You're trying to get in your protein. We talked about how I said shrimp is one of the most protein-packed foods you can get out there. Your halibut, your salmons. Yeah. The things you need to watch with those, though, is Tony Robbins. Most people know who Tony Robbins is. He's one of the most world-known speakers. Thank you. That's the word I was thinking of. Yes, a couple of those things. Yeah. He was actually getting mercury poison for a while.
Yeah.
Because he was getting in too much fish and he wasn't realizing it. Your tunas and stuff like that. That's why they say when you're pregnant, maybe 1 can every week at the very most, if not less, because tuna has the mercury in it. And
I'll have to remember that if ever you're pregnant.
Right? Yeah.
Personally, as a man.
So, it's all these, it's always a balance of what you need to watch.
No, I think that's the thing. Like we talked about healthy, what is healthy? And I kind of want to bring this up because the more I researched what health looked like for me, I think it's different for everybody. I think anyone could agree that a donut is probably unhealthy.
Yes.
Did you know you can make a healthy donut? Yeah, see, like, what is a donut, right? Could you make a healthier version? Yes. Like, you and I have something we both love that is healthier, but still junk food. And that's called Quest. Quest makes some really good chips.
Yes.
We both love them. They're protein chips. They are a healthier choice to like potato chips. Are they healthy? Period? No. No. Are they better for you than potato chips? Yeah. Yeah, it's a better choice.
There's a YouTuber that I follow, and I love his stuff about fitness. And he always talks about how you can find so many YouTubers that will just knock so many protein bars out there, so many of these things. And it's like Diet Cokes.
Yeah.
Diet Cokes are not good for you.
No.
At all.
I drink them consistently because I love my soda.
But it is better than a Red Bull. It's better than having just a normal regular Coke.
Yeah.
So I think that's just the balancing act that you need to start to look at. So I don't want to knock these things because you got to live your life. You got to have fun. Yeah. You got to enjoy them, but it's all about the balance is I think the biggest thing.
And I think, I also want to say to anyone out there who's on this journey or thinking about starting the journey, going on the journey, in the middle of your journey, ended your journey, wherever you are on this journey, that's huge. That's congrats. Yeah. You have about to make a decision. That's amazing. You are in the middle of following through with that decision. You started, maybe you stumbled. Great. Who cares? Get back on the horse. Like, it is so difficult to choose to be mindful about what you eat And if that is you and you're watching this, let me just say I am proud of you and I encourage you and go, thank you for taking care of yourself because it is not easy to do in this culture. It is a choice. And the fact that you make it every day or even a little bit, even a little change is huge over a long period of time. So good job.
And I also want to bring up the fact of, I know you talked about journeys right there.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned journey to me, I'm thinking about a health diet, or a health fitness journey, trying to lose weight.
Sure.
But two of the things that brought this up for me today, why I wanted to bring this up, my dad is, hopefully he listens to this because he always comments after the podcast come out.
He's a number one fan.
Yeah, that's it.
He started to be a little stalkerish. He's showing up and like looking at my window.
Yeah. He's in Texas, so that's not happening. Yeah. But also my father-in-law.
Yeah.
It was interesting because we were having dinner the other night and he was talking about how he goes, oh, these protein drinks are no good, things like that. And he goes, you shouldn't be having that much protein. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, how much protein are you having a day? And he started telling me, and it was like, that's what scared me, is he has almost only having like 40% of what you should have average in a day. And so I started telling him about how, because he goes, if you have too much protein, you can actually start to gain weight. I'm like, well, having too much of anything in the wrong capacity is not going to be good.
Yeah. Because
yes, you can go eat a bunch of McDonald's Big Mac, right? And they have a lot of protein because of, they do. I'm not saying do it. I think it's horrible for you to eat that, but they have the protein. And so you can meet your protein goals.
So I'm going to inject real quick, funnily enough. The CEO or someone in the marketing department said they pitched the idea of more protein, because you can add a quarter pounder, which is like 16 grams of protein. And you can make, it's like, well, if you do this becomes a really high protein meal. I'm like, can we talk about the saturated fat you put in all that too? Because it's
talk about the carbs that are going to tire in out too. And
maybe just the burger, because when I was doing keto, I would do just the burger, and even then, like the grease. But anyway,
and I bring this up because I think a lot of elderly people don't actually get in enough protein. And I think the age of where they're at, if they're not going on YouTube and they're not doing the research of it, the old school way of looking at proteins is it's to get you muscle mass, because bodybuilders you take in so much proteins because of you're trying to build the body mass, right?
Yeah.
And so the formula out there was, oh, if I eat protein, I'm going to gain weight now like bodybuilders do, and I'm not doing the workout, so it's going to turn into fat.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. So if you're listening to this and you want to gain healthy weight, eat more proteins, eat less sugars, less carbs.
Yeah.
Those are the things that are going to end up being healthy for you and help you keep it if you are having problems like you're losing too much weight. My dad has some health issues right now.
Sure.
And so that's why I bring something like this up as well. His wife really is a great cook and takes care of him, so I'm sure he gets in enough. But for those who don't have that capacity, then you should be looking at these things.
Because let's be honest, the American diet is kind of messed up. And something you and I talked about, it's like, it's very difficult to actually on purpose eat healthy affordably, unfortunately in the United States.
Now we're talking about a whole nother line of things.
Well, you can be affordable. It's like part of it's educational.
Yes.
Like you just don't know what you don't know, because we're not told that. But there's subsidies for things that aren't healthy.
Yeah.
Right. So it's how much is a bag of chips? It's only a couple bucks, right? But like a pound of vegetables is like $5-6 now. I'm like, well, is one actually going to fill you up and be fuller? Well, yeah, proteins can make you fuller, but when you're looking at base costs, it's easier to buy pre-made food and a bag of chips and munchies and snacks than it is to make your own food and like buy healthy and eat healthy. It's much
harder. And speaking of the American way, two of the biggest superfoods out there are potatoes. Sweet potatoes and regular potatoes. Yeah. And most people think sweet potatoes are not good for you at all.
Oh, they're great for you.
They are very good for you. The problem is we Americanized it.
Yes.
Yeah. We put a stick of butter on there. We put the cheese on there. We put the sour cream, maybe some bacon bits.
You're doing this on a sweet potato?
Well, no, that's the brown sugar and butter.
That's all like that?
Yeah, yams, whatever you want to. Yes. No, but I'm going with the regular potato.
Oh, we throw cheese on that bad boy and like 16 other things on that.
Yeah.
Bacon.
People think of the potato chips we were talking about. You think of the fries that we eat.
Oh, it's all bad because of how we prepare it.
Yes. But if you actually have a potato, maybe a teeny bit of butter on there, nutritional yeast, which actually gives you the cheese. Because if you weren't into being a vegan or into health, people don't really realize what nutritional yeast is, and it's a very good product.
It's a weird hack.
Yes.
That and like amino
It's like a cheddar cheese.
acids is another good one. That's for your soy sauce.
Yes.
Trade out, and that's really healthy for you too.
And again, if you went with that True Made ketchup, like I'm talking about, if you want a little bit of that on there, now you have all natural product.
And potatoes are great filler food. So if you want to stay full and get the right type of carbs and stuff, and the other thing we were told is fat is bad for you. Like all fat's bad, but there's different types of fat. There's saturated fat. There's like good fat. I don't know what they call that, but I guess they call it avocados.
So here's an interesting one that I've learned from, I go to NutriShop here in Vacaville, and that's where I get my proteins from.
By the way, every time we chat you up, we'd like you to go ahead and sponsor us, NutriShop. So if you could,
We'll at least take a free bottle of proteins. You know, that works for now.
a couple shirts.
Actually, I always get free shirts from there, so we're good.
No, we're going to the shirts then. We'll take those drinks.
Yes.
Where I was going with this is a lot of protein drinks, they'll say that it's a meal replacement.
Yeah.
Most of the time they're not. The reason it's not is because it actually needs the fat. And so what they would tell me sometimes, if I just was trying to do it quickly for a meal replacement, you take the protein scoop with just regular water and actually put a teaspoon of olive oil in it. And now it has actually made it a meal replacement because you actually has the natural healthy fats. And so again, I'm going off of that because you just brought up.
Me and 90% of the world just, I'm not gonna lie, you threw up in our mouths a little bit.
You can't taste it at all.
I'm sure you say that. Yeah. Mentally, all of us collectively went, ooh.
And I say that too because when it comes to protein drinks, I don't sip on them. I take an 8-ounce glass and it is just down in a matter of seconds. So that's probably why I don't taste the oil, to where I think some actually probably do sip on it.
Yeah, I tried that MTC oil too, like that, like the castor oil, basically the really powerful stuff you're supposed to be taking.
Yes.
So there are supplements, there are things that you can add to them. So that's where, yes, fats are good. Omega-3 fatty acids, right? You should be taking, there's actually the oil pills that you can take that are actually really good for you. Your salmon, get your protein plus your fatty oils in there. Avocados are awesome for you. You know, you can actually make like avocado chocolate pudding.
Yeah.
Brownies out of avocado.
So that all sounds awful, but okay. And so I think this is where the reason I'm saying it all sounds awful is because I know someone else is having that thought process. And here's where I want to then, even though I said it, say the follow-up. Try it anyway. Because you never know. Like, I've been surprised. People have been like, oh, here, try this. I'm like, oh, this is good. I'm like, oh, yeah, that wasn't potato. That was cauliflower. What have you done? You evil person.
Let's go with another one that's way over abused. That is totally protein packed. Cottage cheese.
Cheese. If I hear one,
they make everything out of. I mean, you can make ice cream out of cottage cheese.
It is cottage cheese now. I'm like, oh look, it's a real person. We call her Jean. I'm like,
Yes, it is.
Don't get me wrong. I love cottage cheese alone. I mean,
cottage cheese bread. Like you turn bread, pudding.
Yeah, but don't make ice cream out of it. Just telling you.
Yeah, there's some things you just should not do.
That being
unholy.
But like how I was talking about the avocado brownie or pudding and stuff like that. Actually, if you go on with the internet nowadays, YouTube, TikTok, whatever you're on, you put in a couple of those recipes. There is so much good stuff out there.
Yeah. And here's where I think, and this is something I had to get over, because I've been that person who's a foodie, who's had to figure out how to replace things. And that's the trick. If you're on a journey, not on a diet, there's a huge difference, right? If you're on a journey to be whole and healthy and like be mindful, it's not about one diet. It's not about one thing. It's about a lot of little things. And it's about replacing things that you yearn and crave for and retrain your body to crave better things, right? And so there are things that I really enjoy now that I used to not. Like when I was doing keto, big into keto for a while, I still wanted fried chicken. I love fried chicken, so I figured out how to make fried chicken using what do you call that? Pork rinds. Blend them up, they become crispy. Like the outside, I was able to make crispy fried chicken without any carbs, and it's still some of the best I've ever had. It's really, really good. Meat on meat, literally pork, bacon on chicken. It was delicious.
Yeah.
It's the best thing in the world. Not super low in fat, which is not supposed to be on keto. That's the whole thing, but it was delicious, right? there are certain things I found I could replace that was really good. Now, other things I tried, I was like, oh, this is going to be great. That I totally regretted life. And that is okay because you just go, well, that one didn't work. Let's try something else.
Yeah.
There will always be something that will work for you.
A popular one that I've seen on YouTube is pizza with a crust made out of ground turkey meat or chicken.
Yeah, pizzas. Big fan, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's actually cute.
Well, you just can't call it, it's meatloaf.
I'm sorry.
It's pizza. It's pizza. So actually, my preferred version is, this is going to sound so stupid, but it's a pizza bowl, aka no crust, everything else in a bowl. It's basically spaghetti and meatballs without spaghetti. It's sauce, cheese, and meat.
Okay.
It's delicious.
I could go for that one.
It's actually really good. Now, the only issue for those who are like me and over the age of a certain number, you might get heartburn from it because it's very highly acidic and very greasy. But it really, when I wanted pizza, that was like the win. Didn't miss the crust that moment. It was just really, really good. The pizza bowl.
And here are things that people could make really bad comments for us.
Yeah.
I don't believe in diets. I don't think diets work at all. The reason is
you're a living, walking diet. I'm just going to throw that out there.
No,
yeah, it's who agree with me that it is a living, walking diet.
No, I believe in a way of life in the sense is that's where I go with it.
Yeah. No.
And if you want to lose weight, I think you should go on calorie deficits.
Yo-yo diets don't work because you tend to gain on that really back.
You go carnivore diets, the keto diets that you're talking about. You have to keep up on.
Yes, they don't work.
But even using them as you just need calorie deficit if you're trying to lose weight more than you want to actually go on doing something that you're not going to keep up. Now, if you want to do a carnivore diet for the rest of your life and you think you're healthy with it, I think that's one thing. Yeah. Or if you want to do keto for the rest of your life, again, that's a way of life. And if it works for you and you can make it healthy,
I think it's good. What I found was, like I said, this for me was a journey. Keto was a great introduction to, I could do something and see results. Then I learned, to your point, that's not sustainable.
Yes.
So I'm adding back in stuff. And there was a time, like we were just talking about this. I was like, I'm back to the point where, okay, I'm done eating everything in the world. Now I'm going to get back to eating healthy. And I'm going to start putting things out that my body's not agreeing with. Like, hey, I've noticed bloating. Or when I eat this, I eat too much of it because I have zero self-control. Still.
So where I do find there is a place for diets to a point, though, because if you've never kept an eye on what you're eating and now you start looking at diets, at least you're going to understand more of what to look for and what not to look for. So in that aspect, I think it's good because if you're trying to manage how much protein, which is your carnivore diets, right? Yeah. Now you're going to understand more of where you can get your proteins from.
I mean, just start tracking your food right now and it's going to be an eye-opening, uncomfortable conversation after you do stuff. If you actually track all your food, and there's so many. Oh, I had 4 donuts this morning. That probably wasn't a great choice.
And that's the other beautiful thing about it right now, again, in the journey or just your overall health. There are so many apps that are free that will track it for you. You put in the weight, you put in what you want to get. If you want to get to something or you just want to stay at the same weight, you just want to eat healthier. Yeah. It'll say this many calories, this much fiber, this much micros, this much macros, depending on how you want to judge it and work it. So there's so many things out there today that can help you with it to make it simple.
Absolutely.
And some of them, I think do it for free. Well, they'll even give you the meal plans, the ingredients. Mm-hmm. And then there's some of the better ones that, you can pay for a little bit. That'll give you more variety. So
you and I have said this, but if you want great results, pay that price. And sometimes that price is $20 a month for an app. So if you want the right tools, pay for the right thing.
Yeah. If you're paying for it, it should be easier for you now is the purpose of it.
That's well, let's wrap this up and let's go to our audience real quick. We'd love to know, what about you? What foods do you love, can't live without? Are you on a journey or diet? Leave us a comment in the section below. Tell us your thoughts about food and what you can and can't live with, because we all have that thing. Maybe we have some suggestions for you. Of course, hit that like button, share it with a friend, me, or that person that really needs that hint. It was me. It was me who needed the hint to get back to eating well, so you just share it to me. Thank you. Or share it with that other friend. Just maybe I'll tell them it's a hit. Whatever it is. Share, like, subscribe, because that would really help us, because we're desperate for love and attention. At least I am. And until next time, we are the Average White Guys.